Hey, little bro. Right on time. Let's get back into this, shall we? By the way, I was watching back on the recording, because I was, obsessed with the song, which, by the way, I've already learned how to sing it word for word. Why didn't you tell me you could hear me breathing? I'm so embarrassed. What were we doing again? Oh. I was trying to do that trial with the spear. Yeah, and we don't think we have enough crystals, do we? Right, we were like a little bit short, which is super annoying. We'll worry about doing the pike challenge in a little while. Once I get some crystal shards and we get some spear upgrades, then we'll worry about it. For now, we'll do the army carbine hunting ground.
Caelandia's army only took the best, and the best of them trained on Trigger Hill. The Triggers believed they were nothing without their rifles.
Alright, so destroy all the targets quickly.
Nothing beats the feel of shooting a Caelandian army carbine. Sometimes you had to take care to steady your shot. The Triggers had clearance to modify their guns however they chose. Some felt the course was too easy, so the Triggers spiced things up a bit. The kid ain't bad, but the Triggers were better.
Hell yeah, second prize. How fast do I have to shoot to get first place? Damn, I was close. 35 seconds. That's not bad at all, actually. And that's without any upgrades in this thing either. That's not bad at all.
His ears must be ringing after all that shooting.
What did I have in my arsenal again? Right, it was the musket and the war machete. Shows surpassing skills with the army carbine. Defeat a foe with a single power shot from an extreme range.
The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew.
The Marshals shows surpassing skills with a scrap musket. Defeat 10 or more foes in a single well-placed shot.
The Marshals kept the city's peace. They can rest easy now.
Oh, nice. That is actually super convenient. Because now I have more than enough to upgrade the spear. I might even have enough for 2 upgrades, depending on how expensive they are.
Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight.
Faster throw reload, and the heavy counterweight for extra damage. A custom forged counterweight built for superior thrusting and power stability. Them who? Light counterweight, plus 50% faster throw reload. Effect stacks with a hollow shaft. A specialty made counterweight that ensures clean on-target throws. What's on the carbine? Oh, I did have a I did have an upgrade in the carbine already. The course for the Fang Repeater. Increased damage. I want the increased damage. Okay. And this is extra damage and extra aiming speed. The damage is fine, but a heavy alloy barrel offering superior muzzle velocity, ideal for use against sturdy targets. A light yet sturdy barrel built to enhance the user's ability to quickly line up the shot.
Even
Yes.
the army never issued carbines in such fine shape.
Okay. So we're missing 3 weapons now at this point. I still think we're going to keep the guns we've got. However, now with the upgrade to the carbine, I think we can...
If you want to master the art of the firearm, then the place to go is Trigger Hill.
35 seconds we've got to do this.
Sometimes you had to shoot from the hip. Had to keep moving to avoid getting burned.
Oh, hell yeah. Now I would consider using this thing. I'm lining up this shot with the with ease and precision now. Bam!
Like it was nothing.
26 seconds. Trigger blitz. Hell yeah, that was amazing.
The Ceylandian army would have recruited him in a flash.
The service. Learn the secret skills. Gain the required number of secret skill techniques. 2,000 shards.
The service. For all the men and women who serve Ceylandia.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot each of these had a little blurb with it too. Ceylandia's guilds offered lifelong experience, competing and collaborating in the name of discovery and progress. The Marshals. The city ran like clockwork because their eyes never wandered from that cause. The Triggers. The courage and solidarity of the Kale's cavalry was only surpassed by their aim.
When
Heavy
you've got
counterweight.
a solid balance, you've got what you need.
Then I've got 900 left. So we'll do, yeah, the reinforced piston. A reinforced firing mechanism propels the bolts with superior force.
Takes a careful touch to rattle those bones like that.
And the last one is bounding critters and tracking critters. Parasitic creatures living in each bolt cause ricochet on contact. And the tracking critters. Voracious creatures living in each bolt cause the bolts to automatically track their targets. Oh, I'm going for the tracking shot. Easy. That is vicious. On a gun like that with that much ammo, you ain't getting away from me. Who needs to aim? Now, let's try the pike challenge again. I should speed through these porcupines now. Oh yeah, I tapped the damn things in one hit now. Uh-oh. I think I forgot what the last switch was. I'm not gonna make it. Damn. It's got to be under 60 seconds. I would have did it too. Oh well, I got it this time. I got it this time. I should. Ah! Damn it. I thought I could have damage tanked through that. I did not. If I'd had the health, I would have been fine, but I didn't. Hit the damn switch. Thank you. Ow. Uh-oh. Crap. Damn it, are you kidding me? I'm getting that close every time. I don't know what the right way is to go about this. Take a couple of hits there, that's fine. Come on.
A good enough
Got it.
run at Camp Danzig could get you promoted to captain on the spot.
Brush or sweep? Good, now I don't have to use this stinking pole anymore. Also, what did you mean, Deej? What do I think about who?
The wilds ain't so scary now, are they?
Maybe a little. Alright. Not a fan myself. Never have been. But I don't eat a lot of, I don't eat a lot of crackers or, like, chips or anything like that as it is. So, I'm kind of biased when I say that, and I know I am. Okay. Caleford Cauldron. Here it simmers in this unstable area with 1 pierce to the which ones pierce to the heart of the world? Wallflowers are vulnerable to high damage and armor-piercing weapons.
Not everything blew up in the Calamity.
Again, same thing. Usually not a fan of most kinds of dip either.
Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
I do like pork chops, yes. It's not my favorite. I will always go for chicken over anything else.
Best to keep out of the cauldron.
What do you mean? Chicken's good. Chicken's tasty.
So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too.
Oh, bullcrap. I didn't fall there, game. I disagree.
It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron.
Fire bellows!
Led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
Okay, so this is just a flamethrower.
Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction.
It's just a bellow that shoots fire. That's an interesting idea for a flamethrower. Instead of stoking the fires with the bellows, no, you just set stuff on fire with the bellows. That's neat, actually. I kind of vibe with that. Stupid birds. That's an upgrade for the sail hammer. I'm that close to leveling up.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here.
Whoops.
But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs. It's
Oh,
awful
damn it.
hot in there.
I don't mind pork and red meat myself. It's just, it's usually not what I crave and not what I have a taste for.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot.
Cool, there we go.
You can cook those things, but you can't eat them.
This flamethrower deals a
The more
surprisingly
ash we
high
swept
amount of
aside,
damage.
The more life we found.
Goes through hard armor, too. So it's useful against those enemies that have a lot of armor.
We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway.
I think I'll go ahead and keep the flamethrower and the gun. It's taking a little bit more work, but
The place is inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on. After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames,
ow, that hurt.
we saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the calamity.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
We
We're gonna
had
have to
to
go
have
all
it.
the way back out.
As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog.
That's what those things are called? Stink eyes?
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron.
That's what it's
Luckily,
looking like
the
I have to
cauldron
do.
Cooked up a little shortcut for him.
Oh, that's nice.
Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
Uh-oh. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, I admit that's actually pretty funny. There we go.
Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day.
Ew.
Where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron.
Ow! Damn it. Well, we gotta go back to the Bastion, 'cause I died. I don't understand how those things can do so much damage. That should not have killed me. Okay.
One thing's worse than the heat in Colford Cauldron. The smell. Like rotten eggs. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too.
Oh, that's how those things kill me. If they get close to me, they'll just explode.
It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. sure we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash.
What's this? Pecker nest?
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found.
Again, that is just an unfortunate name for a bird.
We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway.
Damn it.
This place is inhospitable as they come. But still, we pressed on.
It would legitimately depend on the size of the cinnamon roll. If it's a big one, I wouldn't be able to do it.
After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames.
I do,
We
yes.
saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the calamity.
But that doesn't necessarily mean I can consume a cinnamon roll in one bite. It would really depend on the size.
We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Johnson Bog.
Alright, I just gotta not let these things get close to me because they'll explode and then the bombs will too.
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron.
I've eaten a cupcake in one bite,
Luckily,
and
the
I've eaten a muffin in
cauldron
one
took that
bite.
little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
Yeah.
Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare.
Yeah, I've eaten just like a store brand cupcake. Like those ones that you get in those like big packs that usually come in like 20 or 10. I've eaten one of those in one bite. And then like a regular size muffin like that you'd get in like not one of those jumbo muffins like you'd get at something like a Mariano's or something like that. But like a regular muffin. Yeah, I've eaten one of those in one bite before.
Kid don't shed any tears for him, though. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city. But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
Yeah, there's not as much oomph as I am kind of hoping there would be for something like that.
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney.
Yeah, I could see why you would say that. But I think part of it is just what it's coming from, because it's not a proper flamethrower, and it's coming out of bellows. That puffing sound is the sound of the bellows being moved to produce the flames. It doesn't quite have the same kind of oomph as the other weapons do. Here we go. Pecker nest, a memento. A patchwork of sticks with a lone egg nestled inside. Peckers were hunted aggressively before the calamity, but their numbers never seemed to dwindle. Even now, they appear to be thriving. Ask Zia about the little nest from Culford Cauldron. Do you know if this egg's supposed to be making a muffled chirping sound?
We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight.
Pet sitter. I got an achievement for that.
Gotta watch your fingers around that little guy.
Ask about the little nest from Culford Cauldron. These birds can breed just about anywhere, can't they?
They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now.
The culture. Discover the lost mementos. Gain the required number of mementos strewn across the country.
The culture. A still life of old unwanted keepsakes.
The Sales were a sentimental people and would pass their precious heirlooms to their friends and children. Now there's something I can definitely understand. Speaking as somebody that is extremely sentimental myself. Shows surpassing skills with the fire bellows. Defeat 20 foes with one continuous attack without taking any damage. That's not happening. Let's take a look at these things. Fire bellows. The flame assault weapon. Spew a continuous stream of fire, causing damage over time. A simple miscommunication led to the fiery destruction of Ceylondian's oldest forge, but at least it gave birth to this weapon. I think we're going to need something we're going to need to put a little more oomph into that thing before I really consider using it for anything. Trigger Blitz, a fast, decisive shot aimed at the target's vitals. The Army's triggers use this skill in desperate times to decide battles in their favor. Brusher Sweep, a secret polearm technique which lashes out at all foes in the vicinity, shoving them away. Created by the founder of the Brushers, who once stood against an entire Ura platoon. Ah, this is what you need the Rag and Cauldron Ash for. What does this upgrade? Sustainable Fuel, plus 20% fuel generation. A chemical compound that oxidizes faster than usual, for longer lasting flames with less downtime. Volatile Fuel, fire spreads wider. An unstable compound that burns hotter than normal, creating a wide cone of fire that can impact a large area. Wider area.
It won't get cold around here with that thing around.
Napalm Reservoir. Flames cause lasting burns. A dangerous thickening agent that causes flames to stick to the target, continuing to burn. And Thermite Reservoir, plus 1 damage per flame. A powder that can generate extreme heat for even more destructive fire. Napalm, obviously.
On the inside, a fire bellows ain't nothing like its more popular air-spitting cousin.
Cooling Intake, plus 20% fuel generation. Effect stacks with sustainable fuel. An exhaust system that lets the device run cooler but burn just as hot, improving flame efficiency. Modified Intake, flames cripple foes. A special modification causing the device to generate noxious vapors, which reduce the target's mobility. Oh, that's just sick. That is disgusting.
Without an insulated air intake, that thing's liable to blow up on you.
Clearly. Checkered Face. Attacks ignore armor. A pattern face that can smash straight through all but the toughest defenses. Bell Face. Overhead strike can stun. Attack without moving for an overhead strike. A convex face with smaller surface area can deliver stunning force. We could probably use the faster reload speed.
It's no longer a weapon. It's a precision instrument.
Combat Scope, plus 35% extra damage. Effect stacks with the cavalry barrel. A stabilized aiming system built to help the user pinpoint the target's vital areas. And Reflex Scope, plus 50% aim speed. Effect stacks with the marksman's barrel. A versatile aiming system designed to let the user take aim quickly. I think I'll take the bullets cause knockback. But I think I'll take the damage the next time we can upgrade the carbine. Even if we don't use these guns or anything, I would like to keep them upgraded to keep them in line with the rest. Yes, I know I still have a spirit spot empty. Burning Carousel. A technique causing the user to spin while spouting flames. Created by an infamous circus performer whose craft concerned him more than the safety of others. That's interesting. Okay, let's see. I think I will grab the Whale Ale. Increase the power of my secret skills a little bit. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to use the Crystal at the Monument. I forgot.
The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
Okay. What to upgrade next? Potent spirits from the private reservoir. Or the True Memorial grants access to a variety of new vigils in remembrance of the calamity. Let's go with the Memorial.
The Memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
Oh, I actually finished a bunch of these! The Slingers show surpassing skill with the dueling pistols. Quickly put 12 bullets in a single foe without missing a shot. The Brushers show surpassing skills with the Brusher's Pike. Pierce the foe with a thrust, then quickly finish it off with a throw. The Inspiration, harness the Forge. Use the Forge to upgrade several weapons to the 3rd level.
The Inspiration. A forge can fashion anything.
While the people of the city cherished their peace, they stood ready to defend it. The city, gather the fragments of the old world. Spend the required number of fragments.
The city. Its riches nothing but fragments now.
The calamity ravaged the city of Celandia, reducing so many precious treasures down to dust. The consensus. Earn experience from trials and tribulations. Gain enough experience to reach level 5.
The conscience. We haven't lost everything, long as we have that.
The Sanctuary. Build the Bastion. Create every structure within the Bastion. And the Faith. Overcome the trial of the gods. Survive a trip to who knows where with at least one shrine idol activated.
The Faith. Mother, this one's for you.
Oh. That one hurt a little bit.
Sometimes I want to ask him, why do any of this? The truth is, I don't want to know.
That's up to you, little bro. You can do whatever you want. I know you tend to usually do your own thing while you watch me anyway, so... Now then, let's get these weapon upgrades up to snuff. Yeah, definitely want the extra damage.
Now we're looking at some serious firepower.
Not the carbine. I want the extra things for my knife.
A solid frame can put an extra sting in every slice.
Extra damage.
You'd never guess those things been to the wilds and back. You
Attacks
put some
ignore armor.
finishing touches on the business end of that thing.
Now we're talking. We's in business now. My tools are looking mighty sharp. I mean...
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
Dude, I don't know. You know I'm not the biggest fan of social media, so anything that can get you away from that, I would do instead. Grady Incinerator. Things too cumbersome to smash at the scrapyard could always be burned here.
Grady Incinerator's where we sent off all our trash to be burned or be eaten by the wilds.
Mount Zan. It is held inside the remains of a holy mountain once filled with flora and fauna.
Not much left of Mount Zan nowadays. It's like a cross between a zoo and a prison break.
Let's head to the incinerator first.
Welcome to Grady Incinerator, home of the hottest wings east of Celandia. In all seriousness, the incinerator was a dump, and it had a problem with peckers.
Fry the peckers before time expires.
Blasted things would swoop in and spread trash all around, until we started using fire. We couldn't just torch them all at once. We had to use restraint. Keeping the incinerator clean was a paying job, but not a pleasant one.
Next prize in 72. foul, something sharp. I could probably do this in. I could probably run this in 72.
Know how we kept the city clean? We put all our trash in the gritty incinerator. Peckers that flock together were easy pickings.
Holy crap! I got them all with time to spare.
Wasn't any other way to teach those peckers some respect.
Rings of Fire! Whee! The Cinders of Caelondia were committed to studying and harnessing the world's natural forces.
Who knows why we fought so hard to defend our own trash?
Rings of Fire, a technique that causes an expanding wall of fire to sweep through the vicinity. First developed for waste incinerators. Well, that was easy. Off to the mountain we go.
Can't rightly call Mount Zan a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's
I
no
can't
place
see
left
anything.
for the beasts of the wild to go. Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers.
I can barely see anything through all this foliage.
Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find.
See ya.
We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard.
Another lunkhead? Man, there's a lot of those things here. There we go. Jeez.
The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. children into this. Without a doubt, the situation stinks.
Bro, really? Oh my god. Stupid ankle gaiters. I hate these things. There we go. Jeez.
Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
Galleon mortar?
There's only one kind of mercy left these days.
Oh wow. It's just a gigantic mortar cannon. That's actually kind of cool.
What the city
Fine
left
gramophone.
behind, those beasts took for themselves. Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking. Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our Bastion is everybody's game, not just ours.
That mortar takes a little while to spool up, but man, it does damage. Anything I hit with that just kind of explodes.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts have been hard at work fixing up the place. They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have.
Takes a while to rev this thing up, but I should probably go back and get myself another Black Tonic ability from the arsenal. Because with the mortar, I don't have one. Let's see. We'll go with Ghost Blade. Oh, that's kind of hilarious. It just sends an after image forward with a sword that just cuts at everything in its way. That's kind of funny.
They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
Ow. There we go.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Got it fair and square.
Oh, great. These things again.
You don't need to keep tangling with all those things.
I don't need to, but I sure want to.
That's the way. He's
I
done
could've
what's
just left,
best
but
for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
that was so worth it.
We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete.
Alright. A memento, the fine gramophone, a device that generates music using specially engraved discs. Ceylondia's musical traditions are grounded in folk songs with soulful melodies. Few traces of these traditions remain.
Fix that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier.
Ask about the music player found on Mount Zand. Is it alright if we use this here? It's not like the neighbors are going to complain.
Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective.
Oh, neat! You can cycle through all the music that you've heard in the game so far. And you can just play it here in the Bastion. Oh, including Build the Wall. Oh, I love this song, but I'm not going to play that here. There's one track in particular I'm looking for. Here it is, Spike in the Rail. I love this song. Galleon Mortar. Bombardment weapon. Explosive bombs damage a wide area, variable range. After the sails decommissioned their largest fleet, their ships' massive broadside mortars found new purpose in defending the walls. Turret Surprise. A special shell that splits open on impact to reveal a sentry turret, hardwired to defend the user. First used by the Ceylondian Armada as a deterrent against privateers. Something burnt. Burnstone Bombs. Increase the blast radius by 25%. A little burstone adds a little more punch to every shell, enhancing the blast's area of effect. Rapid Bombs. Increased reload speed. A spin-stabilized, extra-insulated munition designed to reduce downtime between successive launches. Burstone Bombs.
That mortar's gonna leave a lasting impression.
Blast System, plus 15% critical hit chance. A sophisticated mechanism that sets off an explosive charge in each shell at just the right time. Targeting System, plus 50% aim speed. A custom targeting mechanism that reaches maximum firing range more quickly.
Taught him an old trick from a galleon gunner I once knew. Monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Alright, final two upgrades. Let's improve the distillery next.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Falling Malt. Reduce damage from falling, plus 200% damage by falling on foes. Very dry with flavors of pepper and gravel. First crafted by mountaineers claiming it helped them keep a sure foot. Black Rye. Plus 2 black tonic capacity. Has the fullness and texture of hearty stew. Said to improve short-term memory. Life Wine. Survive an attack that would have brought about defeat. Creamy, nutty flavor, said to bring about courage and confidence. Favorite drink of the slingers and other risk-taking sorts. And then the Graver Grimlet and the Leech Aid are two that we bought. I still like the ones that I have, so...
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
Boundless Bay. Skippers in the Ceylonian Armada learn their trade in relative safety here.
Boundless Bay used to be a weapons test and dry dock. Ain't never been this dry, though.
And Burstone Quarry. Once there were many such treasures in this key source of Ceylandia's wealth.
The secret to how we built Ceylandia so tall and proud lies in Burstone Quarry.
Let's head to the proving ground first.
Ceylandia's armada was a glorious sight, and our ship's mortars were unstoppable. At Boundless Bay, our Navy put those mortars through a rigorous inspection. Had to use squirts to simulate explosive impact on the surface of the sea. Galleon skippers needed to be patient, needed to fire at just the right times. Sounds like the kid's mortar's in tip-top shape.
Something burnt and something heavy. 80 casualties or more. I could definitely do that.
Too bad about the armada, but at least one of those mortars survived.
Increased blast radius and increased damage. The damage is fine. Shrapnel charges. Effect stacked with Burstone Bomb. Increase the blast radius by another 25%. An alloy-based compound that erupts in every direction when a shell explodes for a wider area of effect. And high explosive charge, plus 35% damage. A delicately balanced compound that causes the shell to explode with great intensity.
Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of those.
Definitely going for the blast radius.
Can't be too careful these days.
Whee!
If you got a thing for heavy artillery, then I've got the place for you.
Time to make you all explode.
A variety of modifications could be used to enhance the power of a mortar. If a galleon mortar couldn't squish enough squirts, it was simply replaced. You could almost see the fireworks over Boundless Bay.
Cool. I killed almost all of them. Bomb barrage. The skippers who sailed the Boundless Sea to found Ceylandia became an unstoppable naval
Good
power.
thing we got to that mortar before the beasts of the wild learned how to use it.
The skippers show surpassing skill with the galleon mortar. Inflict 999 damage with a single shell.
The skippers delivered us from the motherland.
Even the most distant shores were well within reach of these masters of the sea. Off to the quarry.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Ceylandia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Burstone Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails.
Also, those are Rattletails.
Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nested in those rocks. But there was even more to it than that. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in.
Ooh.
No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news.
Oops.
Even stink eyes started taking root in here.
Oops. Ow.
Hard times in the quarry these days.
Bro, what the hell?
In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend.
Yeah, I didn't want to hit that. Don't go hitting things I didn't tell you to, game.
Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen.
There we go. Oh. Oh.
The largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
Okay. So this is where they mined all the material to keep the city running. The cores, the shards, everything came from here. Okay.
The smaller ones, we call them shards.
Oops.
The shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry?
That's a big
That honor
lunkhead.
goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks burst in the quarry is Sir Lunky's head.
Rattletails. Oh man, he hits hard.
This big fat rump's plenty tough too. So is the kid.
It really is. Uh-oh.
We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone.
Ooh. I didn't actually think I was
Then
gonna
the
kill
kid
that
hears
thing.
a voice calling from down the hall. Are you all right? It says.
That depends on who's asking.
It's him.
Zulf!
I've come to warn you, he says.
Traitor! What the hell are you doing here? Fractured Monument. Ask Zulf why he left the Bastion. What happened back there between you and Rux?
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back. Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will.
Oh boy. Zulf discovered the origins of the Calamity after decoding the journal Zia got from her father.
Say what you will about Zulf, but he's a man of his word. His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though.
Ura hunters.
Too bad for that. Zulf showed them the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. To
Harp
make matters
guitar.
worse, seems the Ura took the girl.
Those motherfuckers. They come into my house, steal my stuff, take my friend. Heads are about to roll.
Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their hole. Something wrong was sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away in this place. I tried to stop them, but we needed help.
Don't you hurt my children, you assholes! Get away from my babies!
I'll baby pecker. You don't make it. A
No!
little squirt. You don't make it.
You assholes! Deej, they're killing our babies!
Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zulf's plan worked.
Those motherfuckers killed my babies.
We find each other as the dust settles.
Hey,
Then I
Rux.
tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the Calamity.
Wait,
It was Ceylandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out. But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zulf knew the whole story.
you're kidding me. So the entire Calamity, everything that happened,
Seems Zia's cooking got the best of him.
that's our fault? The Mercy. Vanquish creatures touched by the Calamity. Defeat the required number of different species of beasts.
The Mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot.
The Calamity was more merciful to some beasts than others. Those others deserve mercy of their own. Oops. My babies. They killed my squirt. They killed my bird. Those motherfuckers killed my babies, Deej. Harp guitar. Ask about the harp guitar cast aside in front of the Bastion. Where is Zia? Did you see what happened to her?
What were we to think? They must have got her. Taken her back to her rightful home. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
Trapper snare
Now all
available.
we need is one last shard.
A sophisticated snaring kit that instantly springs open to immobilize a foe in the user's vicinity. Trappers relied on this for hunts that didn't go as planned. The Sanctuary. Build the Bastion.
The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild.
Everything can be undone, even the greatest cause of ruin, but it must be undone one stone at a time. Sail engravings, etchings of a traditional Celandian song that motivated workers on the rippling wall. Ura engravings, plus 25% critical hit chance, 150% critical hit damage. Effect stacks with effect stacks with the battlehead and craftsman shafts. Etchings of an old Ura proverb, oft quoted during sensitive matters. Tracking critters.
You don't want to know what he did to that thing. But believe me, it works.
I don't like that. Graver bolster, plus 50% attack speed. An ultralight ridge between the blade and grip, which gravers use to enhance their agility. Ura bolster, plus 50% damage from the power shot throw. A traditional blade junction used by the Ura huntsman, optimized for throwing. Attack speed boost.
Now that's what I call a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. Kale Flintlock. Fire 2 shots at once. The marshals discovered ways to double the musket's firepower. Ura Flintlock. Shots cripple foes. Ura cannoneers specifically retrofitted their weapons to incapacitate their targets. Double tap. Obviously, we're gonna go with the double tap. Once we get enough fragments for it. Hell yeah, that's what we're aiming for. What's better than 1 buckshot? 2 buckshot.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
Urzendra Gate. Zol's agents must also want that final shard. Knowing it is the key to undoing the harm they caused.
Urzendra Gate used to lead down to the terminals. Now it leads up to the stars.
That must mean the final weapon that we're gonna get is an Ura-crafted weapon. To the Ura, the Bastion symbolizes Celandia, which they now know brought about the calamity.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand.
Day 1, morning.
Zolf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand is living proof of that.
Whoops. Oh, that was a little funnier than I think it should have been. Day 2, afternoon.
Was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out.
Lunkheads.
We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. We sought solutions far beyond the city.
Day 3, morning.
Near as far as the kid's going right now.
The Ura aren't so tough. The wild monsters are scarier than they are.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit.
Nice, level up.
Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people. It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven.
So we're actually getting history on the Calamity here.
Lancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer.
Day 3, dusk. Did you think I didn't see you?
With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone.
Okay. So what went wrong?
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort.
Day 5, morning. See ya.
But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own.
Okay. Day 6, afternoon.
Sabotage the Mancer's little science project. Set it to blow up in their faces.
Okay. But obviously things went way more wrong than it seems.
Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
See ya. Day 7, dawn.
But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
Ow. Send me flying, I send you into the abyss. See ya, loser.
Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Rattletails.
For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off.
They managed to swipe the shard from me.
First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. See ya.
The Ura escape with the final shard, knowing that the Bastion will never recover
The Ura
without it.
fell back, no doubt planning the next move. But we knew ours already.
The country. Restore the land piece by piece. Raise the required number of land pieces through travel and exploration.
The country. She's all the pieces now. but still looking good.
The cores contain the memory of the land from before it was undone. The city crest flows with their power.
The marshals would have been downright jealous.
Billionaire buckshot. Time to bust some skulls. Black rye for the extra black tonics.
Black rye is like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings back memories. There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Zoltan's Hollow. Zia detected. The Uro launched their assault on the Bastion from this outpost. Zia must be here.
Zoltan's Hollow is the Ura's border blockade. At least it used to be.
We might actually beat the game tonight, Deej. After Zol found to destroy the Bastion, Rux followed.
Well,
I didn't read the rest.
Personal, ain't it?
You're damn right it is.
It's personal for him, and it's personal for me.
What is this? Calamity cannon?
On the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
Oh, that's awesome. What a cool gun. Woo! This baby packs a wallop.
They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around.
Two shots and I can kill almost anything with this.
They've
And
got
that blast
these
radius is
conductors that are
obscene.
what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the Calamity rocks slink back into the ground. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now. Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion.
Pretty good range on this bad boy, too. Let's take a look at what this says. Calamity Cannon. An experimental range weapon, too unwieldy to lock onto targets. Blasts cause areas damage. The Mancers not only theorized about the raw forces of the world, they developed blueprints for how to unleash them.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Those rodents are just a bump in the road. from here to the terminals must know he's in town. It's not the time to get reckless.
Okay.
Kid returns their greeting tenfold. They're easy targets. Most of the Ur's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Ah. That was close. I'm hurt though.
The Ura keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther.
There we go. Thank goodness. Okay.
Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening.
I'm scraping by the skin of my teeth here a little bit.
They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong.
Yeah. We definitely can. We'll see how we're
Yes, our
looking
people caused the
time-wise.
calamity, but here we are trying to fix it.
Uh-oh.
Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
Whew. Okay. Oh.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew. Zolf, the Hura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry. But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge.
I don't know about that. I think you're,
As the hour grows desperate, the Hura bring out their big guns.
I don't know if water under the bridge is going to describe how things are going to be after all said and done here.
There's nothing standing in its way no more. All those dreams, snuffed out in the calamity, will bring them back. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now.
Oh. Hi, Zia.
You weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
Zia agreed to return to the Bastion.
You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true.
Child's drawing. A memento. A crude but heartfelt illustration. It is inscribed in chalk on a stone surface. Unlike most of the Uda civilization, it survived the calamity more or less intact. Harp guitar. Ask Zia about her harp guitar. Pardon me, miss, does this belong to you? Oh, here it is. I didn't read this. A memento, Zia's musical instrument. She never went anywhere without it. It seems unthinkable that she would leave it behind, unless she had no choice in the matter.
Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you?
Show Zia the symbol drawing found far to the east. The calamity took everything from the Ura, didn't it? perhaps their will to fight.
They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back.
Show the symbol drawing found far to the east. This was one of the only traces left of the Uda civilization.
I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
Mancer Missile! An experimental ordnance that breaks into a cluster of explosives on impact, spreading destruction. A small-scale prototype of the device that caused the calamity.
Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
Oh, that's gonna be another, that's gonna be another one of the, one of those combat gauntlets. Calamity Cannon. Supercharge emitter. Rockets cause knockback. A powerful mechanism that unloads rockets with tremendous force, causing targets to recoil from the impact if they survive. Stabilizer emitter. Rockets will not launch automatically. A heavy-duty mechanism that holds the rocket firmly in place before firing, granting more precise control to the end user. No, rockets cause knockback.
First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides.
Turbo generator, plus 25% charge-up speed. A hyperfast inline generator that produces rockets much more quickly. Blast generator, plus 20% blast radius. A more powerful generator that produces rockets capable of delivering a wider explosive blast.
Now, who would have taught a kid to do a thing like that?
Speed configuration, plus 35% reload speed. A specially formulated heat dispersion system meant to minimize time between shots. Power configuration, plus 10% damage. A custom-tuned heat absorption system set to maximize the explosion potential of each rocket. Kid in Arms. I got an achievement for that. That's funny.
If there's anything that blade can't split open, a cannon ought to do it. Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
Mancer Observatory, the proving ground. The city's scientific guild used this place to experiment with classified inventions.
Mancer Observatory. Now there's a sneaky place, overlooking the Tassel terminals themselves.
He bides his time within the remains of the Uda's massive underground sprawl. The Tassel terminals. Zolf detected.
The Tassel terminals. All that's left of the Ura's civilization. And the last stop on his little journey.
Yep, I think we're definitely going to beat the game within this session. Stick close to the conductors to avoid damaging them.
They were being watched from Mancer Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about. Only trouble was, something about the place drove the windbags crazy. Best stand well clear of that impact. Everything like that takes getting used to. Gotta point her in the right direction. Whatever gets in her way is in the world of her. But she ain't the fastest thing. He's got that contraption all figured out.
I have to save all 7 of them. Wow. Alright. That's gonna be tough.
If the power of the Calamity is safe in anybody's hands, it's safe in his.
The Mancers show surpassing skills with the Calamity Cannon. Defeat 3 foes in 1 shot.
The Mancers, they knew everything, even if it cost them.
They push the limits of knowledge and science, and in the name of the city. I don't think that last "and" was supposed to be there. That looks like a typo. Oops. Okay. There's my scrap musket. There's my war machete. Scrap salvo. Alright.
It's hard to sleep easy these days, what with everything that's happened.
Alright. Time to go back into nowhere.
Zolf, very soon the kid's gonna have to face that man again. For the last time.
Who knows where?
They met on the worst day of Zolf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away.
So now it sounds like we're getting Zolf's backstory.
It wasn't the first time Zolf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him. He grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tazal terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylonian missionary living there. He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in. missionary raised Zolf like a gentleman, like it was his own son. Taught him theology, history, and mercy.
Baby Rattletails.
When the missionary passed away, Zolf promised to continue his work to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia. Zolf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did. He advocated tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people. However, Zolf felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals. He needed Caelondia to know the Ura had changed. He decided to do what the missionary did many years before. He left the city of his youth to brave a savage land.
These Rattletails are hella annoying.
The journey was hard, but he knew how to fend for himself. And then at last, Zolf saw the rippling walls on the horizon. endeared himself to city folk straight away, and in turn he fell in love with the city and its people. One in particular.
That's a lot of rattletails.
This young lady was fascinated by the Ura, but she never met anyone like Zolf. She told him she knew all the city's best-kept secrets. The Hanging Gardens was their favorite spot. It was there that Zolf clasped her hands and proposed in proper Ceylandian style. He celebrated with his friends long into the night. Joy and revelry like he'd never seen. Too bad he couldn't remember it all. He woke up alone underground inside the Ura Ceylandian War Memorial, built like an Ura den. But something was wrong. Emerged from that hole in the ground into a waking nightmare. Everything that wasn't gone was twisted upside down. The world was frozen, air thick with ash. What few faces he saw on the street stared back at him with gray and vacant eyes. found his wife-to-be asleep inside her home, but when he reached out to her, she joined with all the ashes in the sky.
Oh.
So Zolf returned to where he proposed in the Hanging Gardens, and there he stood, as if the gods would answer him.
Whew, that was close. I almost lost that one. Right at the tail end there, I would have died. That was close. Whew.
The kid's gonna be okay. As for that man, who knows? Good thing I didn't throw away the manual.
Efficient fuel cells plus 25% charge up speed. Effect stacks with a turbo generator. Each rocket is fitted with a fuel canister that ignites faster than normal for improved launch speed. Incendiary fuel cell plus 20% blast radius. Effect stacks with a blast generator. Each rocket is fitted with a fuel cell designed to amplify the explosive radius of the warhead. Let's head back to the Mancer's Observatory. And let's see if we can't finish this trial. You still with me, Deej?
The Mancers conducted their most secretive research far east of the city. Cause a lot of collateral damage with her being killed. The more crowded it gets, the more trouble you can cause with a single shot. Designed to be fine-tuned, just need the proper parts.
That's all 7!
That experiment was a rousing success.
Hell yeah! Calamity Rocket! No, why did I hit restart? I wanted to leave. Oof. Get me out of here, please.
If only the Mancers could have seen the kid playing around with their favorite toy.
Alright, this is it. Wait. That's weird. Why isn't it ticked off the list? Why doesn't it have a star on it? Oh, maybe because I technically didn't finish it? And well, why not? We'll go one more round. Why the hell not? I kind of like shooting this thing, so... Damn it. That's okay. I already cleared the final pass anyway, so I'm not super worried about it.
Not much left of the observatory when the smoke clears.
That's fine. I already got the final prize, so... As long as it counts as that star there, that's what I care about. It better have counted. Yup, there we go. Alright. Once you enter this area, there is no turning back. Are you ready? This is it. Here we go. Let's go. Zia fled the Bastion when the Ura attacked to learn the truth of what happened to her people. The Tazzle Terminals.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. The calamity hit the Tazzle Terminals hardest of all. No chance anything survived. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting.
I've said this up and down through this playthrough, my man, but the music is really one of the best things about this game. Oh my god, this soundtrack is good.
Well, all of us are waiting for a kid. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right?
I am admittedly having a lot of fun sending them into the abyss.
But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand.
Oh.
When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Zolf will no longer matter. This disease the Arab planet here will go away.
Rux is telling the story to Zia, not us. So wait, if he's telling the story to Zia, what happens to us at the end of this?
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right.
I'm thinking so.
Problem is, we'll all be gone.
Zolf returned to the Tassel terminals with the shard to await the fall of the Bastion.
Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop.
Rux, what the hell are you talking about, man?
Things will go back to the way they used to be.
Nice, I leveled up. Level 7.
This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story.
Hopscotch.
Good times, right?
Oh, cool. I've got a long jump now.
You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way.
Oh, crap. The ground's falling.
No mistakes.
We gotta go.
Anyone you've ever heard? You follow me? Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree?
So, wait. He's just telling me that after we do this, after we reset the Bastion back to normal, time's just gonna reset? Like, everything's just gonna go back to 0. Is that how I'm understanding this?
I guess there's nothing more to say.
Let me go.
Who am I kidding? Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point.
Okay. What else aren't you telling me, old man?
There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time.
Yeah, that is what the Bastion
Can't
does.
test it.
Oh, so there's a chance this might go wrong. We might be going through all this work to reset everything back to null point, and it might not even work. Or it might do something worse.
So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing?
That's a pretty good question, actually.
The answer is,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yep. I've kind of figured that was going to be Ruck's answer. Zia's father, Ven, documented his work for the Celandian Mancers in a hidden journal.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around.
The hell are you talking about, Rux?
The weight of the calamity.
Battering
It's on
ram.
our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here.
Well, this is the thing. How strong is this kid to be able to carry something like this? And swing it around?
Heavy, ain't it?
You think?
Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together.
The Bastion's auxiliary function was designed to enable mass evacuation of Caelondia's people.
You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
Come on, give me the shard.
For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter.
That's a black tonic right there, which I will take.
It ain't a simple matter of pride, either.
Got it.
One thing's for sure. The Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Oh, there's Zolf. They killed him. Huh. Interesting. We have a choice here. Abandon Zolf's body and press forward with the battering ram. Zolf's situation is hopeless and a distraction. His plan to avenge the Ura only brought more suffering. All that matters is the safe return to the shard. Or, take Zolf. Abandon the battering ram and pick up Zolf's body instead. Zolf is badly injured but still breathing. It appears his countrymen turned on him as their situation grew desperate. He nearly destroyed the Bastion. And yet... Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We can't just leave him here.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright.
I can't move very fast at all.
You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home.
I got 3 of those left to make it all the way there.
On my back,
Oh, there's no fucking way. We're gonna die.
wait for me. I'm coming
How are we gonna get past all the Ura? Oh, they
home.
stopped.
I see your star, you left it burning for
No, look! They're not attacking us anymore. Well, some of them still are, but... Oh, that was funny. One shot and the other one killed him.
eyes open wide. Feel
Wow.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now.
We would have had to fight through all these Ura if we had taken the ram.
You reminds
But
me
they're
of
letting us
myself
go.
when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
With the fate of the Bastion out of his hands, Rux passes the time by telling Zia stories.
Hey, kid. Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion.
That did it!
It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see.
In the Calamity, the Tassel terminals were ripped out from the underground and cast
Welcome
towards the stars.
To the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one
monument.
for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid.
Okay. Ask about the Bastion's restorative power. What will it feel like when the Bastion fixes everything?
You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you.
Ask about the Bastion's evacuation mode. If you could go anywhere, would you go back or somewhere else?
Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
Tell Rux about what happened to Zolf. He never learned the whole truth, did he?
Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him.
Offer the Marshal's badge. At the end of their career, the Marshals used to return their badges to the city.
You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
Talk about what it took to get to this point. The windbags, the beasts of the wilds, the Ura. They fought so hard to stop this moment.
Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
You made it.
Oh! Ask Zia about the Bastion's restorative power. Do you think this is going to work? What do you think I should do?
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Hey, she's talking! Ask Zia about the Bastion's evacuation mode. If you could go anywhere you wanted, where would you go?
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
Tell Zia about what happened to Zulf. His own people turned on him when his plan to destroy the Bastion faltered.
Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
She's got a really pretty voice. That I actually think is the actress that's is the same voice as her singer. Ura Sigil. Tell Zia about her people. They were very brave, but there was nothing left for them but their revenge.
When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
Talk to Zia about her harp guitar. Isn't there some moment in your life you wish you could go back to?
Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
The monument. Huh. Okay, we have another choice. Restoration. Initiate the Bastion Restoration Protocol. Caution. This process will restore it to a previous world state and is irreversible. Use only as directed. Evacuation. Initiate the Bastion's evacuation protocol. Caution. This process will cause irreversible damage to the core receptacles, disabling the restoration protocol. We get one choice. We can either reset to 0 and hope nothing like this ever happens again, or we can take our losses, evacuate everyone we can, and keep living in the world ravaged by the calamity. Personally, I don't like the idea of undoing all this, when this could all just happen all over again. At least if we move on from this point, it's exactly that. We're moving on. We aren't going to try to do better next time. We're doing better with what we have now. What do you think, Deej? Should we set everything back to 0 or keep moving forward? I'm glad we agree.
Oh, mother. And here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself. But instead you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea of carrying on with you here. We can't go back no more, but I suppose we could go wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look on their faces when we dock this thing right on that doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
I set myself fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home.
What a story. Incredible. Logan Cunningham, hats off to you, sir. What a phenomenal man. That's her, Ashley Barrett. She's the singer, and she's the voice of Zia. That must mean the other person, Christian Wilson, he's the male vocals for this track. We will be seeing Ashley again at some point. Rux looks good in blue. Oh, they harmonize beautifully together. What an amazing track! I have to find that track online. God, this game's soundtrack is amazing! Supergiant Games would like to thank our family and friends, without whose support we could have never created this game. Dude, are you kidding me? When I find it, I'm gonna send it to you. You kidding me? Man, this was published before Warner Brothers became dog shit. That's crazy to think about. That now they're such a bad company, but back when this game came out, these guys were actually something. That is crazy. Unbelievable. For being 15 years old, this game holds up beautifully. What an experience. I'm glad we finally got the chance to sit down and go through this. If this is the kind of quality, the kind of just spectacle I have to look forward to through the course of these games, oh man, am I excited. Honestly, neither can I. That's a good question. Well, we have a choice to make. We can jump into one of the games that we're going to do cleanup for, which I believe we had said was going to be Darkest Dungeon. Or, if we really feel like it, we could jump straight from this to Transistor. Now, I don't have Transistor downloaded, but it didn't take me long to set up Bastion, so if you give me, like, a couple of minutes, I could probably get Transistor loaded and ready to go. Which one do you want to see more? "2015. Wow. I said 15 years, but it was more like 10. Still, that's a decade that's passed since this game first came out. That's crazy. Thank you for playing. New Game Plus has been unlocked. Looking for New Game Plus in the story mode. Begin the journey with all your weapons and EXP. New shrine idols and distillery spirits will be added. All Bastion structures will be buildable in any order. Use the shrine for the toughest challenge. That's so wild. This game even has a New Game Plus mode. Unreal. I mean, that really depends on how deep we go into Darkest Dungeon 2, because we do have the new Abomination character that released, and I'm assuming we're going to want to try to unlock him. Also, they released Kingdoms mode, and I'm thinking if we're going to do Kingdoms, we should do that expansion by expansion. And so far, I think there's 3, maybe 4? And that's assuming we even win each time. Like, DD2 has had quite a bit of content released since we beat it. And we are behind, considering we're on console. So the PC players have already gotten the chance to sink their fangs into a lot of this. The longer we put off on doing DD2, the more we'll have for the revisit. But it's also going to take us more time to get through it all. So, I'll ask again. Would you rather start on Transistor, or do you want to jump straight into DD2? It's your call, dude. I'm fine with either or. But if I had to choose, if I wanted to do what I wanted to do, I want to jump straight into Transistor. This game left such a strong impression on me. I want to see where this goes from here. If this game, their first game, is this good, the rest of their catalog has got to be incredible. Okay, then that's what I'll do. Give me a couple of minutes to get the game downloaded, and I will start it back up once I am ready to begin. That'll give me a chance to grab a drink, stretch my legs, take the dogs out, etc. Thank you all very much for joining me on my beginning part of the Supergiant Marathon. We have finished Bastion, and what a hell of a start. In just a couple of moments, we will pick up the second part of our journey, Transistor. I will see you all in a little bit.